The Trump campaign says don't believe the polling, so we're going to see if this is a replay of 2016. But whatever the case, this is leaving investors on Wall Street to ask, what if Biden becomes president? With the pandemic remaining the key mover of stocks, investors are beginning to worry about the implications of a Biden win in November. Well, joining us now to discuss this and more is founder and president of Americans for Tax Reform, Grover Norquist. Grover, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Good to be with you.
Well, Grover, should Wall Street worry? Should we worry? Do we need to buy the Y2K kits? Should we go in a bunker? Where are we going, Grover?
Well, if Biden is elected, he's made it very clear what he intends to do. He has said he would repeal all of the Trump Republican tax cut. That means cutting in half your per-child tax credit, cutting it in half. If you're the average four-person family, 2 parents, 2 kids, earning $73,000, you will pay $2,000 more every year because the Biden got rid of the Trump tax cut. If you're a single parent earning $41,000 a year, that will cost you $1,300 under Biden. So Biden has talked about $3.4 trillion in higher taxes. And unlike Walter Mondale, who just mentioned he was going to raise taxes, Biden has spelled out how he will raise your taxes. He will double the capital gains tax from 20 to 40% for everyone, he says, not just high income people, for everyone. He'll reimpose the Obamacare mandate. Remember the one that was to force you with a $700 penalty? You didn't buy Obamacare. 5 million Americans, most of them lower income, were hit with that $700 hit if they refused to buy Obamacare. So he's targeted most Americans. Every American will see higher rates. And on the business side, in terms of jobs and opportunity, when Biden was vice president with Obama, what did they have? They had a 35% corporate rate, 10% higher than communist China. Our tax policy was worse than communist China's. The President Trump and the Republicans took it down to 21, which makes us better than most of Europe, less damaging than most of Europe. And Biden has said that he will take our business taxes higher than where China's are today. That is not the way to attract investment to the United States.
Yeah, and when you think of something like that, bringing our corporate tax rate that high, it makes you wonder, is Biden better than someone like Bernie Sanders, who, when you think about him, he wanted to tax everything? And so how much more should these corporations be concerned about someone like him who's going to make it difficult?
Biden didn't win the primary. Bernie Sanders won it. It's just that Biden is the guy people are going to vote for. Biden moved all the way to where Bernie Sanders was on the Green New Deal, on taking business taxes up, on taxing individuals, and on taxing the middle class as well. He wants a gasoline tax, an energy tax, a carbon tax that will hit all middle-income people and slow economic growth. These are all ideas and a platform he took from Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah. Hey, Grover, I want to ask you about this letter. You and about, I don't know, a couple hundred other folks sent it to McConnell, the White House. This was a few weeks ago. And you talked about how government spending will hinder the country's economic recovery. You're talking about COVID-19 and everything that's going on there, and also that it's a virus as well, all of this economic spending. Can you talk to me about what you expect in this potential next round of COVID-19 spending and where we're at?
Nothing good. Here's the problem. Nancy Pelosi is not going to allow any piece of legislation, any tax cut, any spending bill that would help businesses or keep people employed, if she thinks it will strengthen the economy and therefore make it more likely that Trump wins. Trump's behind in the polls now. Why? Because the economy is bad, because unemployment is high. But we can look ahead and see July, August, September, October, 4 months of multi-million job increases, just as we had 2.5 million more jobs in May, 4.8 million more jobs in June. This continues all summer unless Congress does something stupid that would slow economic growth. We are in a V-shaped recovery. And if we're taking 3-4 months of strong growth into November, Trump's numbers look very different. And Biden going, wait, look at my tax increases. His numbers look very different as well. So I tend to think maybe something small and only vaguely stupid could pass the House and Senate, but nothing significant.
Grover, before we get out of here, and you've seen the headlines, like, for example, Forbes came out with this, and, and speaking of government spending, Forbes saying this: Americans for Tax Reform Foundation says it educates taxpayers on the true cost of government and the realities of costly government programs. Received between $150,000 and $300,000 in loans from the Paycheck Protection Program. I want you to address that so you can clarify these stories that have been out there about ATR.
Oh, sure. This is the PPP program, the Paycheck Protection Plan that Trump and the put together and is bipartisanly passed. And the goal was to say, we'll loan you money as long as you keep people employed. So the foundation did that in order to keep people employed and not go on unemployment.
Okay.
This has been done with a lot of businesses. I would prefer a cut in the Social Security tax moving forward as a way to target it on workers as well.
Grover, always a pleasure. You're a walking anti-tax dictionary. Thanks for being here.
Good to be with you.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing news channel, now in 65 million homes. Get Newsmax TV on all the major cable systems or go to newsmaxtv.com and click on the Find Newsmax tab to locate us. Remember, Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.